So you're by yourself with all of these thoughts. All of these thoughts about what the hell is going on. I want to tell you that you might feel like you're crazy, but you're not. You might feel like you're an outsider, but you're not. When you can embrace this amazing, eye-opening experience, great things will happen. Everyone wants the good life. For some people, it may be relaxing on a beach. For some people, it may be traveling, infinite freedom. People spend thousands of pounds or dollars to go to university to study, to get a job. So all of us, so many of us on the planet, we are always striving for something. We're striving for the better life. Many of us, we're so caught up in the outcome that we forget about the process. To live better, we have to tune into the process, which is the present moment. Many of us, we're working day in, day out, but in the process, we are killing ourselves, and by the time we have what we want, it doesn't even matter anymore. So on my journey, I say, I am already there. It's fantastic. I don't say I want happiness. I remove the I, which is the ego, the want, which is the desire. I say happiness. How do we overcome fear? Any fear, doesn't matter what it is. Fear is false evidence appearing real. My definition of fear is a self-created feeling emanating from an imaginary belief based on the illusion of separation. Fear is never in the present moment. Fear is either in the past or the future. Therefore, we have to tap into the present moment to let go of fear, because the power is in the now. There are so many things to be afraid of in the world we're living in. But we have to remember that fear is the greatest energy vampire. The more we are in fear, the more we lose our energy. A great way I've found to overcome fear is to face your fear. Look your fear straight in the eyes. Feel the fear and do it anyway. You have to go for it. We have to embrace this challenge fear is offering to us, because fear is always making us rise higher. You've got to give something before you get something. A lot of us, we just want this lifestyle, but we don't want to put in the work. We don't want to pay our dues. We don't want to be patient. We don't want to read. We don't want to study. Love yourself 100%. Not worrying what other people think is the greatest form of self-love. When self-love is absent, you will always be worrying what other people think. People that love themselves, we see them all the time in the world. And they're smiling. They're letting go of fear, letting go. And they are soaring to phenomenal heights. We've all gone into the streets and we've seen people singing or playing the guitar in the middle of the road. The more your self-love increases, the more your self-expression increases. And that is the secret. Many of us on the planet, we've become disconnected, not only from nature, but from ourselves and from one another. Nature, whether it's a park near where you live, whether it's seeing the ocean, the glorious waves, you just get inspired, which is the breath of life comes through you. You have to keep the inner child in you alive. Tap into your inner child. Where do you feel most free? Go to that place. Because in that place, you find your true power. Many of us, we're not happy where we are. We have to realize that we are creating our own reality through our choices and thoughts. The power lies within us. When you begin to love yourself, you are open to other people. Your heart space opens. Before you can love anybody, you have to love yourself. On the planet, we have this notion of love thy neighbor, which is all well and good. But many people have a low self-esteem. They have low confidence levels because they are waiting for the validation of someone else. They're waiting for the approval. That the darkness is equally as important as the light, because in our dark moments, we become illuminated. That's what it takes to love yourself. To go into the deep depths of our souls to find the pearls that lie within. The time has come to love yourself. To do that, we have to stop comparing ourselves to other people, because every single person is having a unique experience. Everyone is where they need to be. Fighting for your slice of bread, competing, all of that takes you out of your element. Be happy, be fulfilled, be content with where you are, and realize you are where you chose to be. But we don't have to desire to be someone else. When you're loving yourself 100%, you see yourself as an artist. And there are many artists out there. You appreciate other people when you can begin to tap into who you really are, because you see that there is no one like you. So why am I worried about someone taking my place, which many of us are? That's why we don't love ourselves, because we feel that if only I become someone else, everything will be perfect. We can never become someone else. All we can do is be ourselves 100% and start loving ourselves. You see, a lot of us, we're sitting on dining room tables. You're staring at your mum. You're staring at your brother. You're staring at your sister. They call you by your name, but deep down, you know that's not who the hell you are. So you just nod your head. You're not really into what they're saying because you don't really connect with what they're saying, because you know that isn't you. So when you are coming out, what I have to tell you is that never be afraid to share any idea you have, any thought you have. Why? Because it may spark the brain of someone that will change the world. So many of us, we stay in a prison. Not a physical prison, but one of the mind. We are afraid to reveal to the world who we truly are. So you are in perpetual bondage. In essence, a slave to yourself. You see, it's all a matter of what you focus on that will determine what you will become. Freedom is for the brave. And what I want to tell a lot of people, you're diving deep, if you want to come out that you are an infinite being, that you realize most of what you have been told about society is a complete joke, don't worry about it, because you are protected. That's what happens when you are in alignment with your true calling and your true purpose. This is not a game. How would people perceive you? What would they say? how will the journey be? Lots of bumps, trust me. But it's worth it. Why? Because now you did it your way. And the universe reveals its secrets to those who dare to follow their hearts. So I'm coming out. I am an infinite being. And so are you. You may not know it yet, but you will. Because lots of things are going to happen to you very, very soon. And the more you raise your vibration, the more you start to question, think, you will start to see how marvelous your life becomes. Also, if you are stuck in between two worlds right now, you're not sure if you should come out to show the world all of those crazy thoughts really going through your head, I'm here to tell you, just do it and stop being a slave to yourself. It's time to be free. You can't please everyone. That's another secret. Many of us, we say, please like me, please love me, to everyone. We have to remind ourselves, we are not in this world to live up to other people's expectations. We are in this world to be ourselves, in essence, tune into our authenticity 100%. Some people love you one day, then they hate you the next day, then they love you again. What matters most to you? How do you see yourself? That is essential. Because people's opinions of you are always changing. However, how you see yourself stays with you forever. The perception we have of ourselves is greater than the perception other people have of us.